Lovemoney.com.
Love money.
Lovemoney.com.
Lovemoney.com.
Thank you, Lovemoney.com, for
That's
being
a
so
whole
gracious,
site
allowing
in
us to check out your
Detroit.
video. And it's out of London. You know, America, you're not the only one hurting financially, and you're also not the only ones having to deal with the housing market. Family, I know that you guys are having a little fun out there. What's going on? Are they talking about housing market right now?
No, they're kind of picking their noses. I'm looking. That's
You know what? If you want to be
disgusting.
asleep in the dark about what's
It's really
going on with the
disgusting.
crisis in America, you have failed yourself. The bottom line is London's hurting as well as Canada. The next video that you're about to see on that same area, Mario, that's talking about Canada, you'll see a gentleman, and he's going to give us a breakdown of what's going on in the Canadian world. The Canadians in Vancouver are happy, but there's other parts of Canada that have some question about the economy. You know, all this is a matrix that we live in, family. When you think it's all about you or America, it's not. It's about the rest of the world.
The blue pill. The red pill, the blue pill. Which pill? It's
The rest of the world. That's the cue to mean clue for the video.
The blue pill.
There's no cue.
Open the door, Hal.
Open the door.
Open the door. Let's talk investing with Rob Carrick.
All right.
Hey, Rob. What's up, Rob?
Peace on.
Rob,
Welcome to Let's Talk Investing, a co-production of the Globe and Mail and the Investor Education Fund. I'm Rob Carrick, personal finance columnist at the Globe and Mail. And with me is Garth Turner. Garth is a one-time federal MP. He's
Party
a
on,
financial
Garth.
journalist, and he is the author recently of Greater Fool, the troubled story of Canadian real estate. Today we're going to talk about the collapse that Garth
He's picking his
sees
nose
in the real estate market. Garth, we're cruising along right now. We're partying like it's the best market ever. And in fact, we're pretty much back to
you guys see him pick his nose?
The real estate market showed before the big financial crash. What's going to bring it all down?
I would shake hands with him.
Okay, there are a
Wiped
number
it
of
on the
things that are
table.
going to happen. The first thing you'll see is a rise in interest rates. It doesn't take the Bank of Canada to jack up its overnight rate to do that. It's the bond market that does it.
Because that's what mortgages are priced
Well,
off of.
exactly. And now we're seeing pressure in the bond market. You can't have a government, a federal government borrowing $60 billion a year, feds alone, without having pressure in the bond market. So the bond yields are going to go up. Interest rates on mortgages will go up. That will hurt affordability and start to put a little bit of a cold bath in the marketplace. Then you've got the HST coming in and
HST
and British Columbia, the two hottest markets in the country.
Not the HST.
Harmonized sales tax, July 1st, 2010. That definitely is going to have an impact.
What will
So there's a lot
Viagra
of
cost
activity
in
to get
Canada?
in
I was
advance of that.
ordering mine
What happens
online.
after that?
It
Sales
was
fall off.
cheaper.
Yeah,
$6
sales
a
start,
pill in Canada.
First, they bubble even higher. Okay, before the HST, as interest rates start to go up, people
HST.
think, oh my God, I've got to get in now. So you're
Tell
going to
me,
see
what's the
people who
HST?
get in at the top of the market, the real froth. And after the froth, we have a real drop in sales. And I think that could last some period of time. At the same time, we're going to have higher interest rates, we're going to have higher taxes. So all of that lays...
Higher interest rates and higher
How's
taxes?
it going to be?
It has the potential to be as bad as it was in the United States.
Oh,
with
shit.
Some key qualifications.
Who knows
Oh,
what?
sorry. That's the S
Well,
word.
I
Sorry.
think that we haven't had the level of securitization
Excuse
of
me.
mortgages that they've had in the U.S. In other words, selling them as products in the secondary market.
Right.
So I don't think we'll have the same impact on our financial institutions. Secondly, you've got CMHC in there like a dirty old mom.
Man, he got CMHC too,
Helicopter parent over the
HST,
market. Back
and
stuff.
CMHC.
Exactly. So you've got some
Next will be OPP.
financial system.
Man, they said the OPP going up by 3% because the square of the hair times the heat of the meat always comes down to the angle of the dangle.
I guess my question is to the family out there. Where's this money going to continue to come from? If you're going to continue to
Prostitution and
ask
drugs.
for the American people to give their money and put it on the table or continue to tax the American people, that's what they're going to do.
Online
They're going to
porno.
raise your taxes. They're going to raise your state taxes. They're going to raise your personal property taxes, whatever they have to raise to get this money. And I think that you're in a la-la land when you crack jokes, but this is a serious issue of how we're going to pay back this deficit that this president that we're under continues to spin and put on the table. And it's affected. It's a chain reaction. You hear it's going on. We hear what's going on in London. You hear what's going on in Canada. You hear what's going on in Germany. These countries are hurting America. They're hurting just like we are because the structure of the financial system has plateaued and ballooned up and is blowing up in everybody's face, including yours. Here we are walking around with these Chinese American dollars because we keep borrowing for China. But what if China doesn't want to give us a loan anymore? How are we going to get a loan? We're going to get a loan through you.
There's
We're
no
going
more
to tax
top
you.
ramen.
That's what's going to happen. You're going to get a loan through you. So if you want to continue and joke around, when I'm talking about serious issues when it comes to our financing and our housing, we're talking about keeping a good roof over your head, an affordable roof over your head. And what has happened is that roof roof has become so expensive you can't maintain it. The structure of the loan is so complex you can't understand it, and the lending process is not working in your best interest. They gave any loser on the planet a loan, and now they've gotten spoiled and feel like they are entitled to be able to have a house and live the lifestyle like you do. But if you don't get off your butt and work, you're not entitled to anything. You ought to lose your house. Do you know why? Because you should have never had a house you should have not earned. You didn't earn that house. You put no money down. You didn't earn that house.
What did they never?
Leslie in the chat room saying, wear a condom, protect yourself from wing nuts.
Double bag it.
Double bag it.
That's right. And when in doubt, scratch and sniff. If it don't smell good, it probably ain't good.
You know what? If you want to sit around and laugh and crack jokes sexually about how you failed yourself, then you go in the corner and masturbate. Okay? Because that's the bottom line.
I'd rather lay down. I like to lay down.
You're screwing yourself by not being current on the current market. The corner's a little too tight. Moving on to another topic.
Like
you guys are a little off today. Moving on to another topic. The American Idol. Has anybody been watching American Idol?
My favorite show, Shirley.
It
right
is.
next to the HipHop Republican.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, there you go. Great
are there a bunch of Republicans on American Idol?
I don't know. All I know is that it's a political process of voting. We have more people that vote in American Idol than we do on serious issues for this country. That's the point I'm making. It's the American Idol. They're idolizing nobodies, and then that don't affect their country, but they won't take the time to vote for issues that pertain to them or even watch the show.
That's a shame.
So
you got a video on that? You got a video on that?
You find that video. You the video man.
You the one with telling me these directions to nowhere.
I'm gonna tell you nothing. I'm gonna hang yourself.
This one's called No Title. So let's see if that's the video. It's called No Title.
Stupid.
I don't think so. I think that has to do with financing. But go ahead.
See, she wants to make it a challenge for me to decide what goddamn video.
That's why you got that green hat on your head.
Watch my language.
But it's true. How many millions of people vote on American Idol on a continual basis? They watch it like drugs. But when it comes to political issues, they don't want to talk about that. They want to do their homework. They don't want to talk about health care. I'm talking about foreign countries like in London and London and Canada and Germany that are hurting financially. Their banking systems have collapsed. There are a lot of banks that have gone under and basically had bank runs. You know, I always tell people don't understand what a bank run is. Like that movie, What a Wonderful Life, and you see everybody running to the bank trying to get their money out. Well, in London, about 2 to 3 years ago, the 8th largest bank had a major bank run. And we have a lot of banks every day go under in this country. We don't hear them talk about it on TV. America, wake up. Small banks are going under. That's not good. That means that it affects you in the long run. Are we going to become a world banking system? So that means we're going to change the American dollar to a euro? Is that where we're going? Does it seem like China is going to be something that we're going to be forever indebted to because we joke around and crack and live our lives? Were we too spoiled in this country by allowing people who don't remember what the American dream is? Hard work, education, on-target lifestyle living, meaning that you're saving your money and you're not out there spending furiously. You're not out there going to the ATM machine. You know, I can tell you there were times when banks closed at 3 o'clock. There were no ATM machines and you couldn't write no checks in advance. We are like people that need to be disciplined. You need to discipline yourself. Discipline yourself to not spend more than you have to. Discipline yourself and say, you know, if I don't need that bigger house, an apartment will work just out as well. If you are in a house and you feel like, you know, you're not able to manage it, find another family member. Maybe work with that family member. Another thing that you can do is you can either just get an apartment and weigh out this currency that we're going through, because we have some serious issues in this country financially with housing that are hurting the American people. But they don't have to do that to you if you have a plan. You sit back, you looked at your housing, you looked at how much money you're bringing in, you look at how much money you're not saving. How many people, can I ask the chat room real quick? I want to get on a serious note of savings. How much of you guys are saving? How much money do you save on a daily, weekly, monthly basis? Do you save anything? Do you cut out and say, I don't need that Starbucks coffee? Do you cut out and say, I'm not going to go eat out that weekend, and start saving and investing? Have you taken the time to understand stocks? One of my favorite stock places to manage stocking is Ameritrade. Ameritrade has a lot of different tools that you can use that are free, that are different than E-Trade and a lot of the other ones.